The conflict between Ukraine and Russia over Crimea and Donbass regions has its roots in the 2014 Ukrainian Revolution, also known as the Revolution of Dignity, that ousted a pro-Russian president and brought a pro-Western government to power in Kiev. Russia responded by invading and annexing Crimea, a peninsula in the Black Sea that was part of Ukraine, and by supporting armed separatists who seized government buildings and declared independence in parts of Donetsk and Luhansk regions, collectively known as the Donbass. The Donbass is an industrial area in eastern Ukraine that is predominantly Russian-speaking and has historical and cultural ties to Russia. The war in Donbass lasted for 8 years and claimed more than 14,000 lives, according to the United Nations. Despite several attempts to negotiate a peaceful settlement, the fighting continued along a 420-kilometer line of contact that divided the Ukrainian-controlled territory from the separatist-held areas. The separatists, who called themselves the Donetsk People's Republic (DPR) and the Luhansk People's Republic (LPR), were backed by Russia with troops, weapons, and financial aid. Russia denied its direct involvement in the conflict, but admitted that some of its military specialists and combat veterans were present in Donbass. In February 2022, Russia launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine, with the declared aim of liberating Donbass from what it falsely accused Kiev of committing genocide against the Russian-speaking population. Russia also claimed that it was protecting its own security interests and preventing Ukraine from joining NATO, a Western military alliance that Moscow views as a threat. Russia's offensive quickly overran most of southern Ukraine, including the strategic port city of Mariupol, but failed to capture Kiev or Kharkiv, the second-largest city in Ukraine. Russia then shifted its focus to Donbass, where it faced fierce resistance from Ukrainian forces and local volunteers who vowed to defend their homeland. The battle for Donbass became the biggest military confrontation on European soil since World War II, according to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Russia deployed thousands of troops, tanks, artillery, drones, and missiles to bombard Ukrainian positions and civilian areas. Ukraine responded with its own firepower and appealed for international support. The United States and its allies condemned Russia's aggression and imposed sanctions on Moscow, but stopped short of providing lethal weapons or direct military intervention. The United Nations Security Council failed to adopt a resolution on the crisis due to Russia's veto power. As of May 2022, the situation in Donbass remains critical and uncertain. Russia claims to have captured most of Luhansk region and parts of Donetsk region, but Ukraine denies this and says it is still holding key cities such as Severodonetsk and Lysychansk. The humanitarian toll of the war is mounting, with hundreds of thousands of people displaced, injured, or killed. The prospects for a diplomatic solution are dim, as both sides refuse to compromise on their core demands. Ukraine insists on restoring its sovereignty and territorial integrity over all of its lands, while Russia demands that Ukraine recognize Donbass as an independent state and renounce its aspirations to join NATO. Go_A is a Ukrainian band that combines modern electronic music with authentic Ukrainian folk motifs. The band was formed in 2012 by singer Katerina Pavlenko and multi-instrumentalist Taras Shevchenko.